Hey guys, today we'll be talking about the Kirby bar test. Yay! Hope you guys enjoy.
That party yesterday was so fun.
I know, I had a blast.
Are you gonna go to the one next week?
Probably. What about you?
I'm thinking about it, but
Yeah?
I'm not sure. Wait, no, don't use that.
Why? What's wrong?
Those blow out germs.
Really? How do you know?
Trust me, you don't want to use that.
Is there a way we can test that out?
Yeah, have you heard of the Kirby Bauer method?
No, what's that?
Here, let me show you.
Today we have a very special guest. We all know her, we've all touched her, we've all had her in our immune system. Give it up for, drum roll please, bacteria!
Here today we have Bacteria. How are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling great. I'm here thriving in my natural habitat, and I'd like to give you a tour of my home. So come with me. So this is actually one of my favorite places to chill and put myself on. The toilets, very great. Over here, this is another great one, the sinks. Love it, I thrive. And here's actually one a lot of you guys don't know about. This right here, my favorite place. I get to just get up inside there and thrive.
Wow, I really love your home. I really didn't expect that one. Is that really the worst one?
Yeah, it was actually the best for me. I love it. Such a compact area. I get to just flourish on the inside of there.
Wow, 10 out of 10. Thank you for having us in your home.
Of course.
You guys don't need to lie to me, because I've been there. I know many of you have at least once, been lost in science and literally don't understand what your teacher is talking about. But you know, today we're going to explain what exactly the Kirby bar test is for.
Antibiotics are what fight off infections caused by bacteria. Some antibiotics are not as effective as others and can lead to antibiotic resistance. What this means is when bacteria grows too strong and can no longer respond to the antibiotic treatments. Now, with the Kirby Bauer test, we're able to test a range of effectivity from treatments such as essential oils all the way to antibiotic treatments.
Now, we're gonna watch what you've all been waiting for, the commercial that literally convinced me to buy the Kirby bar test.
You want an antibacteria-free life? You can test around any bacteria now with the new and improved Kirby Bauer test. With the new Kirby Bauer test, you can test against bacteria and even essential oils now. Get yours right now and call 1-800-KIRBY-B for your bacteria-free life.
Antibiotics. We all know them. But why exactly does the Kirby bar test want to test for an alternative? Here we have Penelope Small and Dr. Rodriguez talking about why exactly we want that.
So today we're here with Dr. Rodriguez. Dr. Rodriguez, can you tell us a little bit about what actually is the Kirby Bauer method?
Yeah, of course. So the Kirby Bauer method basically is based on the zone of inhibition, measuring that. And in other words, it's basically when we measure where the bacteria didn't grow, where the antibiotic was placed. So when we have the zone of inhibition, we have whether or not the essential oil or antibiotic was effective or not.
Now, why do you want to find an alternative to antibiotics?
Well, in modern day society, people have become accustomed to antibiotics, creating an antibiotic resistance, meaning it no longer has its initial effect anymore. So take women, for example. Women always have to take a Midol, a Tylenol, or any pain reliever antibiotic. And since you have to take it monthly whenever you have pain, it creates this resistance where it no longer has the effect it has anymore, leading to wanting an alternative to this antibiotic. So in synthesis, we want to find something to have a long-term effect.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Rodriguez.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure that many of you at some point of your lives have written at least a single research paper and have struggled to find an unbiased yet credible resource. And as a researcher, there are 3 critical things that you need in order to bridge a gap with your audience.
In order to bridge the gap between the scientific community and the general public, there needs to be 3 critical factors, which are a sense of trust, clear communication, and an empathic tone. In order to be clear with your audience, you need to have no scientific jargon or any complicated diction in its way. For example, let's take the Kirby Bauer as an example. If I'm explaining the Kirby Bauer test, if I explain antibiotics or any complicated vocabulary to my audience, obviously they won't know. So I have to break it down for them. I have to give a comparison between two things and break it down completely for their own comprehension. If I, as a researcher, want to gain the trust of my audience, I cannot have any bias in my research. I cannot have any lie of information or my data. So if I do the Kirby Bauer test and I'm testing different alternatives to antibiotics, I can't lie about my data. I can't say, oh, essential oils are way better, when in reality antibiotics are made to treat bacteria. So I can't be biased about essential oils and lie about it, which gains trust of the audience. Last but not least, you need to grasp the empathy of the audience. In other words, I need to address their concerns and their worries as the audience. So if they want to know any alternative for antibiotics, as a researcher, you'll provide that information to gain that sense of acknowledgement to the audience.
Here we have our final touch done by Sinai.
How to combat antibiotic resistance is by using other antibiotics or their alternative, which the bacteria isn't resistant.
Now, something that Sinai forgot to explain were the steps to combat antibiotic resistance, in which a way to prevent it is to use antibiotics only when a doctor prescribes for them. And not only that, but to complete the entire course of antibiotics when they're prescribed. Even if you're feeling better, don't stop taking them. And some alternatives that you could use instead of antibiotics could be phage therapy, probiotics, and trying to find new antibiotics from natural sources.
Thank you for informing society that we have a method for testing antibiotics and their alternative. Because as you mentioned before, antibiotic can be less effective when it's being used over time. However, many people do not know this, which may cause them to take multiple pills a day. That could be very harmful and dangerous. But with the Kirby Bauer test, it allows you to test different alternatives that the bacteria isn't resistant, leading to a healthier and better life.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys live a very bacteria-free life. And as Nicki Minaj says, Barb, stay in school. Don't you ever be lazy. Don't you ever complain about hard work. Work hard, it pays off.